anybody seen him?
Welcome back to the Comedy Store Doorcast. I'm your host, Luke Schwartz, and we have a bunch of good door guys today. Let's go around. Starting at my left, we've got Steven Garza. Hi, Steven.
Hello.
Wow, I'm really announcer voice today. I'm sorry about that.
Are we on?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I did that. How long you been? How long did you work here in the past tense?
Well,
do you still work?
I need to correct you. I'm not a door guy anymore.
Right.
No longer a door guy.
Okay, so how long did you work here? Was my correct question.
It's embarrassing. It's here at Hollywood.
Okay, so Steven is the newest paid regular, which is really good. And you were working as a door guy in La Jolla.
That's how I just said out loud. Oh, it's not my fault you weren't listening. These guys heard it.
10 years?
I didn't hear it.
13 years.
15 years.
13 years.
13.
21 years?
At 4.5 in La Jolla, 8.5 up here.
When did you start? 2009?
2008.
I was still in high school, dog.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I was,
How old are you, like
what?
25?
30.
Wow.
I graduated in 2009.
So I
Damn.
graduated college in 2008.
I graduated.
How old are you?
We also have Rene Lancaster, who, were you a door guy in La Jolla?
For a year and a half. Yes.
Yeah, and then here. And this is like kind of Steven Garza's retirement podcast.
You did
too.
Kate?
Yeah. You've known I remember just like you were like the original La Jolla guys when I started working here. I don't know who else was
I
from
got
La Jolla.
Rene his job in La Jolla.
Oh, nice.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
100%.
What an asshole.
You want? Can we make phone calls on this podcast and we'll put Ray,
No,
we'll put Ray Anderson on the phone right
Yes,
now.
real quick. We also have on his phone Matt Lockwood. Hey,
Hey.
what's up? Been a door guy a long time, but never in La Jolla.
No, only pussies work at La Jolla.
What?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Wait, I think I worked there.
Yeah, for 15 years, bro. Damn, you started at La Jolla before I graduated high school.
What? Wait. So, tell me the story, because I was under the impression
That's
it
terrible.
was.
Yeah, that's wild.
I can't believe you don't know that.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
You are not 38.
You never
Yeah,
told
38.
me.
You started at La Jolla when you were 16?
And when I was
23.
26.
What year were you
25,
born?
something like that, 83.
Oh, yeah, I guess you were.
See, when
I
Mike
just feel like high school's longer than 4 years.
when Mike Vin called me, he never said anything about that.
I could tell you. I remember the exact moment
Okay,
that
so
I
tell
got
me what happened.
Well, okay.
I'm laughing
Well,
at it because
okay.
he's
I'm
laughing.
gonna tell you the.
Here's the story.
Can I? Okay. They were not gonna hire you. in La
Yeah.
Jolla. They weren't because you were hanging around. He was hanging around a lot. That's how you had to get your
Oh,
job.
that
at
doesn't
La
sound
Jolla.
like Rene.
So he was hanging
Or
around.
anyone, really.
And they were gonna pass somebody else that had just come in off the open mic or something, but wasn't hanging out. And I liked Rene. I just met him. He was this kid that was hanging around. He was always respectful. Before he had a
Sure.
drinking problem. This was back when he was.
Well, we don't have that. When you ask, can I tell this story? It didn't need editorials of
He said I
people's
could.
personal issues.
But I'm just kidding. When we were outside, you know, we have an outside bench area when you enter into the Hoya Comedy Store. Now, I was there. Janelle Asprey was there, who was an old manager and bartender at the Comedy Store in La Jolla. Ray Anderson was there, and I think Bruce.
This is
Rora.
boring.
Yeah, no one. I don't know
Okay.
any of those.
All right. Well, I'll leave the names out. Anyway, they were gonna hire some new kid, and I put up a fight for you. I was like, well, what's the point? This whole place is about developing talent to people who hang out, to come to get better, to come to learn the craft. Why, he's been here, he's put in the time. Why can't we hire Rene? Why this guy?
Oh, thank you.
And at that point, Janelle said, "You're right,"
Oh.
and we can call Janelle right now.
Well, thank
to
you. I
confirm
believe
that.
you.
Question. Do you think stand-up's a craft or an
Yeah.
art?
I mean, I might have at that time.
Arts
I
and
think
do you think
I
it is now?
Definitely arts and crafts. Yeah, it's like making bracelets.
I think it can be both, and I think people do it both ways. But I don't think you can do it both ways.
Well, I just want to say thank you to Garza for hooking me up.
I want to say
you're
fuck
welcome.
you to
Garza was a vouch for me getting hired, and Quincy and Lucas Hurl.
Yeah, I remember
you vouched
telling
for me.
Tommy about you,
Mhm.
and then because I remember Lucas, as soon as he got hired, Lucas came to me. and he
Lucas
goes-
Hurl. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas Hurl came to me and goes, "That was a good call with Luke."
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I don't know how he knew that I put vouch for you. Maybe Tommy told him.
Maybe. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it felt good.
Look at
and-
Garza hooking us all up. So, did you hook
Mhm.
Matt up with?
Nope.
Matt, you were a San Diego comic and not a La Jolla door guy.
Correct.
Okay. Don't elaborate.
I always said that I would never work at a comedy club.
You always said that.
I used to always say that. I said I'll fucking never work at one of those shitholes.
Yeah, and you like it though.
And then I moved to LA and started stand up and realized that it's impossible to do here. And
Yeah.
the only opportunity that ever presented itself to me so far was the Comedy Store. So I said yes.
You didn't start until you moved here?
You're an iron will.
I took weeks to talk to my friends and try to think of excuses to not take it, and then finally I was like, I have to.
You like this job, though.
Of course I do. I love it now.
Yeah.
I love it now.
It's a really, I like, it's a hands-on.
Well,
It is hands-on.
I don't like the job.
Uh-huh.
I like the place. I like the people. I like that I don't have to have another job.
Yeah.
I don't like fucking customer service.
I see that. See, I think I'm sick because I enjoy, like, going to do shit.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you
I do
ever have
enough
that?
shit on my own though, and not get paid for it. You know, I build the tree houses.
How many tree houses have you built?
6 or 7 this year. Yeah. So
You don't know.
This
You
year?
can't nail it down?
I lose count after I have 4 or 5.
No, it seems like after 3 you lose count.
Right. Yeah, it's around there, 6 to 7.
All right, who are you building tree houses for?
Whoever.
Other door guys? I
Tar-
haven't got mine.
Tarzan.
George of the Jungle.
Yeah, cool. Mowgli.
Jane.
Jared Levin.
Can I tell a Jared Levin
Oh,
story?
I would love a Jared Levin
This is
story.
probably one of my favorite
Jared
comedy
Levin is a spacey door guy who was like real surfer, but like never knew the answer to a question. You'd ask him like, "What time is the original room show?" The show is at 9 o'clock every night since the dawn of time, and he would go, I don't know.
Well, actually, what magazine did an article on him? Remember when they did an article
How
on
did he
him?
get hired?
Tommy.
Oh, well,
Tommy.
he got hired because Jamar got into a fight with, maybe I said one name already, but so I won't say the second name, some people's bodyguards, and Jared Levin, who was a comic just hanging out here without thinking, who's 5'5", jumped on this giant security guard's back and started trying to pull him off Jamar, who was, so that's how he got
He
hired.
does look like Mowgli.
Yeah, he looks like Mowgli.
Same, no shirt type of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no shoes,
Yeah.
but somehow service.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, so we have the video bar, or so the bar downstairs, which used to be the video room. That's what the phone room we would do, are the call out. So I was working phones that day, and everybody would come in and hang out before they shift in the video room. I think somebody was probably living there at the time. Josh had all his clothes there.
yeah,
Remember that?
Josh on and off lives at the Comedy Store.
Yeah. He had like socks hanging like in a
He
line.
did have a clothesline a couple times. We were like, "You're a freak."
I was
Okay.
answering phones, and Jared was hanging out. I think it was myself, Quincy, a bunch of the door guys at the time were hanging out, and Jared was in there, and then the manager comes in at the time, and he goes, "Hey, who's working back door?" And Jared goes, "Oh, I forgot." He just forgot he was working.
He's just hanging out and like didn't go to his yeah. I mean, maybe it's bad to speak about Jared Levin. Were you here? So, Don Barris is a longtime staple here who has a rotating cast of just insane. He runs a ding dong
Mentally ill.
show. Yeah, it's a mentally ill, and he has
Some developmentally disabled,
I agree.
which is a woke way to say the R word. I just found out.
Rape. But
Hey, I
can't-
developmentally disabled this girl.
But so he so he has a rotating cast of characters. Sometimes people stay for years. Sometimes people stay for a couple weeks, and they're always like at the store. You remember this girl who was trouble and was crazy and in the show, and Jared Levin like got ensorcelled by her.
She had a shaved head, I remember.
Yeah, partly at least. But
Yeah.
she but she was letting Jared like hang out with her inside probably.
Yeah.
And
It's
all
very-
pre-COVID, obviously, years and years ago. But like, one day Jared Levin was gone, and he called in somehow, but he had like gone.
No, I don't
he'd
think he
gone
called
up
in.
to Portland. Someone got in
He
touch
just
with him.
disappeared for a week and a half. Nobody could find him. We thought
He had gone up to Portland with this girl who was like from the Northwest, and like she dragged him somehow and then ditched him, and he had to hitchhike back down with like truckers and like whoever would stop. He
Man.
hitchhiked back down, and the next day was like back working a shift with his ill-fitting
but-
dress shoes.
Here's the thing,
He
though. No,
always wore.
his phone didn't work. He had a car. That's why he drove her up there. His car got impounded while he was up there, which is why he had to head. But he was gone for about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we
it
didn't
was
know.
close to 2 weeks of like just.
He missed his shifts. He didn't call in. I remember.
I
like,
remember
"Where's
him missing
Jared?"
shifts, and then we got this like somehow someone got in touch with him because
Oh,
he like
okay.
signed on to someone's Facebook or whatever. Like, yeah, but that he was great. That was a great old.
Can I
tour guy
can
here.
I say there's nothing worse than when you're talking to a girl here at the Comedy Store,
Sure.
and she's kind of cute, you know, putting on some flirty vibes, and you're vibing or whatever, and you're like, maybe I could smash this girl or something.
Yeah, make out or whatever.
And then later in the night, you see she's on the Ding Dong Show. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah. If you have to really look at who you're talking to, because
Yeah.
sometimes they'll just be wearing a tail,
Yes.
like an animal tail.
You got to do a full 360.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah,
No sparkles.
Hold on a
If she has a sparkly jacket on.
that's big red
Even
flag.
last night, there's a girl. I was working in the OR, the original room, and there's a girl comes in. Right, she's kind of cute, whatever. But she's like, you know, I made eye contact a couple times, and then later in the night, she goes up to Don Barris and goes, "I'm here to watch you." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
You're like, I'm out.
All the good ones are taken.
By
Yeah,
themselves.
there's no bigger red flag than a girl on the Ding Dong Show.
Yeah, right. So Jared was all about it, and of course, just surfs
Yeah.
up, went for it.
Well, part of me feels like he can only get red flags.
Oh
so.
yeah, no, like he's a yes man. If it happens, he's going with it. Yeah, he was great. Who else?
He was my favorite to work with. He was fun. He was hilarious.
He
So-
misspelled the sign all the time.
That's what.
The marquee was always misspelled with letters backwards. when
So
he did
Earl
it.
Skakel took pictures of it. If you go way back on his Instagram, you could see the misspelled names when we had to put letter by letter up rather than the slides.
When I had to follow him on Potluck like every single Monday. Somehow I just ended up following him every Monday, and of course it would be like dead silence when he was done, because he would like choke himself with the cable and
Yeah.
take his shirt off and
He
I
would
think
act
it's
like
funny,
a
though.
monkey.
Yeah, me too.
No,
I
it's
mean,
fully entertaining, but the
I
crowd's
told
like,
you.
"What is happening?"
Yeah.
And then I'd go up to deafening silence, and I'm like, "Hi guys, I don't know what the fuck I just saw either. Like, here's jokes." Like, it was bad every time.
He cracks me up.
I've made Rene follow a bunch of people. Actually, I made you follow Chris Rock one time. You had like a solid B set. It was like, wow, where
Thanks
the
for
fuck did
grading.
that come from?
I
And, like,
remember that. It was a solid set.
Yeah, we were like, because we always like, that's a sacrificial time. I guess it's Rene's turn this time.
Well, no, I was next anyway, and then
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
he came in, and then you go, "Actually, you're after Chris Rock." And I'm like, "Fuck me."
Yeah, it's no fun to follow those big names, but you did solid. And I forget who else you followed. Like that was really
Arsenio Hall.
maybe it was
That was another time I did well.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of cheated. I just played off of how they started because I'm like, there's nothing I can say that. Especially at first when it was Chris Rock, I was like, I can't say anything.
Wait, I remember your opening joke when you followed Chris Rock. He was
it was the same as
hosting
his.
for the Oscars because
Yeah.
your first thing was like, "Hey guys, I'm hosting the Oscars too."
Yeah, I was like, that's I have to.
I'm hosting the Emmys.
Yeah, I should have. I'll see you at the Grammys, Chris.
Who, Matt? Who's following? Let me start over. Matt, hello. It's good to see you. Who have you followed? That's freaking
Well, I
crazy.
remember Potluck a couple times where you specifically requested not to follow me.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fair.
But other than that,
Yeah. Coming at the host
like
is
anyway.
nice.
I don't know. I don't really remember.
I remember following Neil Brennan in his he was doing a prime he wasn't like really working on all his jokes, and he just crushed on a Monday
Yeah.
for like 10 minutes of just a material, and I
I feel like it's not that hard to follow people on Potluck.
didn't do great. Yeah.
Like a silly crowd. They're
Yeah,
ready
but
for
the
whatever.
thing with that is it means so much to everybody who maybe only gets a spot on Monday that if you're going to pop in as a paid regular, either you need to be preparing for something or working on new stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've had
Talk
guys
to
come in that are just doing their
That's
old
a paid
jokes.
regular
Like, wait a
saying that
second.
shit, bro.
Yeah, right.
I think it's so.
By the way, I'm popping in next podcast.
Yeah, you'd never do that, would you, Steven?
It's so much
We'll
better
see.
to follow someone who does well than it is to follow someone who bombs. At least in my experience. Like I enjoyed following Chris Rock and Arsenio way more than I enjoyed following Jared Levin anytime.
It's interesting. If someone decimates the room, that's what I also don't like following someone with a similar energy, and I thought we had a pretty similar cadence at first. And I was like, just break this energy up. I'd go before you happily, and then but I think in a show way, I would break up you and me going back to back.
Interesting.
So that you
I don't
thought of
think it
anyone you
matters.
followed?
No.
Joey Diaz hosted Potluck a couple times. You remember this? And that he almost everyone was bombing because he would go up and do 5 minutes in between everyone of some of the funniest shit you've ever heard, and then it'd be like, okay, up next is Steven Garza. Steven would struggle through trying to follow Joey Diaz and shit. Yeah,
It was always funny to me when paid regulars would come back and host, and then half an hour in, they'd be over it already.
yeah. They'd be like,
It's
why
not
did I
as fun
say
as you
yes?
remember.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's a really nice memory.
Yeah. I mean, even I hosting, it was like, I don't want to do this the whole night.
Yeah.
It gets boring after a while.
It's a long commitment, and then you're always going to piss a few people off.
Yeah.
You can't make everybody happy because you can't get everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
And if the crowd doesn't really like you, it's a long ass night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go up every 3 minutes and talk to them.
Right.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Are we bringing that back soon?
Good question. You're asking
in the-
door guys?
In the new year.
What, 2023?
The Jewish New Year.
Oh,
Can I tell 2 quick potluck stories?
Hell
When's
yeah.
the
that I think
Jewish
needs to
New
be
Year?
told? Because this is
Every year.
once a year. Once a year.
God.
Annually.
Cop.
September.
Jew year, you should call it.
Okay. You should. I mean, you already do call it that. So.
I started here in 2013, and at that
Jesus Christ.
2013,
I
it
even
was
started comedy.
the
Really?
Yeah, I started in 2013.
Did you start in San Diego or here?
San Diego.
Okay. When'd you move here? Sorry, Garza.
He's literally telling a story.
Sorry.
no, please.
Bro, I didn't know you were like so I knew you've been here for a while. I didn't know you've been here for 25 years or whatever.
Well, I mean, I just
Quarter
told you
century.
13,
Fucking
so I don't know where
retirement
25 came from.
That's what I'm saying. This is what we're doing. It's a big deal.
Jesus.
In 2013, I came in. Potluck was we couldn't get anybody out. Nobody would come watch Potluck. So if you got 5, 6 people in the audience, that was great. But there were plenty of times I was hosting. There's no audience members at all in the OR. It was just comics in the back, and people were still begging to go up. That's how bad people want that stage time. And the last story I want to tell about, when Tommy was here, we had an air conditioner breakdown in the middle of summer in July. Do you remember that, Renee? I think you were here.
I was
Middle
here?
of July, the air
I don't think I
conditioner
started
broke
till-
down in the main room, and it started smoke. It started smoking, and so it was the whole. You could barely see the guy on stage, and people were still going up and doing their time.
Damn, no, I don't remember that. I don't think I was here.
Those are my 2 favorite Potluck stories.
I had something and then I lost it. Anyway, that's what a good host does. You know what I mean? Talks you through
Write it down
the
on
process.
your notepad, dog.
I know. I should have done that.
Legal pad.
Yes.
You know why they call it that?
Tell me.
Because it's over 18.
It's all right. He just started in 2013.
Okay. Okay, stool sitter.
Yeah, you've adopted that. That's nice.
You and Derby.
In
Yeah.
Doing the
Even for your
mirror.
3-minute sets, you guys would sit on the stool. That's what's funny.
Yeah, but I've learned how to use it. I don't know. I think it's from watching Mark Maron, but I think I learned how to use it like when you start and then
Maron's up
build
now.
build something up and then get out of the chair.
Maron's down for
He's-
new jokes.
He's mostly up.
He
Yeah.
stands up for because
That's
now
true.
his set's coming together. But when he was first doing all these jokes,
He
sitting there.
would go through the laser field, and, like that was an act out he was doing. He was doing act outs. This is fun. Yeah. I mean, this is what I was gonna say. I remember the old days where when I first started, no one was coming by. I started in the dark times, like the very tail end of it, where we had
You were 2014. When were you?
013.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And
That's when I started stand up.
yeah, that's right. That's when I started here.
That's crazy.
I'm a
How
little
am I so
older
much
than
better than you guys?
Renee, when did you start?
like right a month before.
Yeah,
Luke.
you started a little before me, and you started like a little before him.
Yeah.
God,
And yeah,
I'm like a baby
no,
compared to you guys.
and but like you had to have minimum amount of people for the show to start because like people were not coming, and now it's like sold out all the time. But you had to have, I think, 8 people in the original room, 10 people in the main room, and 6 people in the belly room to start a show. A lot of times shows would get canceled. Like a lot of like bringer shows just wouldn't have the people, and they get canceled. It was like
Yeah,
you
I remember
go
those
home,
days. It
and
was
you'd
brutal.
have to stay. Like you get to stay clocked in for 3 hours, and they had to like legally for some reason like they'd pay you the 3 hours.
But also we had potluck on Sundays and Mondays. We got 2 potluck.
I missed that.
Oh, you weren't there for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So.
changed like the week I
Oh,
started.
and when I first started working here, the door guys didn't have to go up on potluck. It was up to the host. Host could put up whoever he
Oh,
wanted.
Right, that's
So
right,
you could
yes.
work back
Sucked.
door.
It
They
was-
should bring that back.
I'm for it.
Hell yeah.
I would work the back door, 8-hour shifts, and the guy would walk by me 100 times. The host.
Who?
And,
Whoever.
I'm not saying names.
Ooh, say his
I'm not-
name.
no. And then I wouldn't
An
go
old
up all
door
night.
guy.
Can we guess? Well,
Yeah, off
off
air.
He's got to be really fucking old.
Uh,
like
Willie?
Mark Maron, maybe?
Yeah.
Sam
Bingo.
Kinison.
Got him.
Jesus, bro. Jim Carrey,
Argus Hamilton.
Kyle Ray.
Argus would be great. Yeah.
Okay, I like the Argus.
Argus was. Argus would drop by some Mondays, but he'd just go like, "Okay, just checking it in," and like not like go up or anything.
He doesn't
It'd be-
pick up his check. I
yeah.
remember those.
Oh,
He'd be in his
that's
jogging
right.
outfit.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. He's always telling me generic advice nowadays, like just you got to talk to him. Gotcha. Yeah. I forget who said it the other day. Someone was like, Argus either talks to you from like 25 feet away or like 3 inches away. It's always either too close or too far.
I wish I was a girl that worked here because he always brings them Mexican Cokes.
Yeah, he brings them. Yeah, a bottle of Coke.
I've always wanted one.
Yeah.
You should ask him, see what he says.
Yeah, maybe I could. He dated one of the girls that worked here for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
When we were working?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to think that no one tells Rene anything.
Oh,
everyone just keeps like.
I just forgot.
Describe her.
She
Describe
worked
her.
in
No.
She worked in the kitchen.
Let's
right?
just calm down,
Just
everybody.
leave it at
Let's
that.
take a breath.
I forgot about it.
She worked in the kitchen.
Do you think you'll ever come? We're moving on, Steven. Now that you're a paid regular,
Yeah.
People have come back and worked, but you don't want to do that. You've been
No, but I will work as a door guy at another comedy club. I want to do all 3 major
Which
clubs.
ones?
Wow.
No, I don't. No, never again. I will never work for a comedy or work
Hey,
as
be
a door
careful.
guy.
Why
again.
didn't you
Be
like
careful
it?
what you
If
say.
I don't have to.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't want to be a door guy. I've paid my dues. I've done
I know
that.
not about that, but you
Paid
just-
more than your dues, dog.
Yeah, you paid his dues.
Yeah. Pay for your kids' dues. Their kids'
Yeah.
dues.
You have grand dues.
Yeah. 15 years. Bro. That's more than half my age.
Well, it's 13. You keep adding
Oh,
years
damn.
every time you say
You
it.
said 15 earlier.
Oh, then I messed up. It's 13.
And it's actually, if 2013 is 18 years, though. 19 years. Oh, no, 8 years. Oh, wait.
Huh. Matt.
Wait.
It's all right. He just graduated high school.
9?
Wait, when did you start? At here you started 2009.
2013
Oh, 2008.
in La Jolla.
Okay, so 5 plus 7. Yeah, 12 years.
Yeah.
13 years. Okay.
So, 'cause it's like,
Obama was still in his first term.
Did you guys vote for Obama?
yeah, right when he got
Yeah.
picked.
The president.
Nice. Did
Yeah.
you vote for Trump?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I
But
didn't vote.
oh yeah.
Yeah. You want to know why?
Yeah. Big inhale.
I believe in democracy, and America is not a democratic nation until they abolish the electoral college.
That's how I used to feel, and then I just. But you.
And I live in LA, so who gives a fuck? My vote will never matter.
You got to vote in the local ones. That's where it counts.
I
and
don't
blah
give
blah
a
blah.
fuck.
blah.
I don't
Right.
give a fuck about the local
And
people.
then you don't.
Yokel,
Get to,
local jokels is what
You're
I
right,
call
yes.
them.
Good.
How
let's,
hard
let's
is
not
it
talk about voting and how it would actually help the shit, but like.
How hard is it to run for like local stuff?
It's
Can you just do it?
you can if you get enough signatures you can run.
If I got famous at stand up,
Yeah.
could I become a politician?
I bet you could run
Sure.
for city council.
How? Like, how?
And be pretty good, be
Like-
successful. Just name recognition, try to unseat
Obviously, Joe Rogan could get political office.
someone. Yeah.
What's like the lowest high level of fans you need to be elected into the Senate or governor?
What's the lowest high level of fans you need to be
Yeah,
elected as
like the
senator
bottom-
or governor?
The bottom level of what is the number? Do you think? How many people? Because I got to be local, right?
Yeah.
They have to be LA natives.
You know, I wonder how many door guys have gotten office trying to bring it back to not the Big Humble, which is a good podcast that you're, but we're trying. This is a little bit. I'd like to talk more about Garza's experience running for public office.
Do you know we're all technically Native American? Because we're all born here.
Yes. Right? Okay. Good.
Isn't that true though? Isn't that true?
Yeah, I guess that would be true. Never
Isn't
thought about
that
it.
true?
Where am I native to? America. Native American.
Well, in the
Or
way
Indian.
that, like, so the species of plant that are here are called transplants that are, like, from, other places, I would say.
But they're born here.
I don't know. I don't
Just
know.
saying.
Are they born?
Just
Now,
saying.
Are plants born now?
Yeah.
Okay. 2013, you said?
Yeah, 2013.
How long did you... No, so you weren't very long with Tommy. Tommy got fired pretty...
I think I was a year with. Yeah, just about a year. Tommy was here.
So I think of La Jolla as like a farm system for the big leagues.
It used to be.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
not quite like that anymore, but it was.
What's wrong? I mean, that is like...
I said moo.
Oh, moo.
Farm
So-
system.
Oh, okay. Great.
I don't know. Maybe that's changing it, but for a while it used to be. I missed
supposed
it.
to
What
be
was
funny.
so funny?
I
I
don't
missed
Still
it.
saying moo,
Oh.
so I have to react to it.
Was that? Should I not tell that story or?
You could tell
You
any
wanna-
story.
Do it, but
No, I'm
make,
just
it,
saying-
make it funny.
Oh, but there's nothing funny about it. It's a farm system. The Comedy Store was at one point, and you could come up here and audition for Tommy to get a job up here. That's how it used to be. I don't know if that's still how it works or not.
No, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah. I think it goes on and off depending on. I don't know. I don't know what it's depending on.
But also,
honestly,
there wasn't as many door guys working up here as there is now, so there was more spots to go around.
Yeah, when we started, there was like
There's just a few
hardly
of
any,
us.
right? Because there was not 4 guys in the main room. There was like it was like Brenton would seat the whole thing.
Well, in the
Oh,
main
yeah.
room
Yeah,
was
if you need 6 people to start a show, you don't need
Oh yeah.
4 guys
No,
working
no, no.
the room.
You had
No, I know,
one
but-
guy working a 350 seat
Oh,
room,
right.
But
and
it
you
was
just
a-
like,
it
but
would
no,
be
but
half
back to
full.
that.
But you'd be seating like 150 people on a big night.
But you got to remember
Alone.
that's only Friday and Saturday. Every other
But
day,
also-
it was either closed or a bringer show if it was even open.
Yeah.
Right, and then there was no belly
were
room
dark
guy.
some
There was no
nights in the
patio
main
room.
guy. There was
Oh,
no.
nobody worked the
Oh, yeah.
belly room.
No one,
That's
no
right.
one worked
No
belly
one
room. No
or
one
patio.
worked patio. No.
There was
yeah.
like 3 door guys a night.
Yeah, it was
Back door,
OR
oh.
front, and there would be someone not comic who's not a comic working the cover booth.
Yeah.
Back door and main room. That's
So
it.
how many do you think there were between 10 and 15 door guys, huh?
Maybe.
Back
I don't
then,
even
right?
know.
It was
Not
very
not
many.
working at
10?
night. What do you
No, no,
think?
no. I mean on the schedule. Just
Oh,
altogether.
probably less than 15.
Like 3 or 4 a night. That's it.
A night we'd have
No,
3
but
players.
like
3
12
players.
total, I
Oh, there's a
think.
lot guy. Always a lot guy. That
so
was
4,
Doc,
yeah,
though.
4.
Yeah, Doc was Mr. Lot guy. Yeah.
It was like Doc,
I should get
Brenton, Stewart, and then like we would rotate back door.
Yeah, for a long time. It used to be a thing where the new guys had to sit out there for at least the first 6 months.
Oh yeah.
You were stuck with that shit.
Who was making the schedule? Do you know? That was just
Adam
punishing. Yeah, it was just an old system where you just get like until someone leaves, you're the
Back door,
lowest
yeah.
loser
You
idiot.
should do that still, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
think
agree
that's
to some
fair.
point, yes.
I mean, you're how
That's
long have you worked here? 6 years.
2017.
So I just think
Coming-
that's
coming on
at that
6
point
years,
you've
yeah.
been here so long. I just
5
think the new
years.
guys should be.
You're the
so-
end
you're
of
so depressed.
2017. I'm not depressed.
I can't
started
wait till you
before
get to
then.
13 years.
I'm trying to do math. It's hard. I would never get. I would be depressed if I got to 13 years.
Yeah, that's why I was depressed all the time.
yeah, that's true. That's why you're never going.
Why not leave?
He is.
Why not now? Why didn't you leave 7 years ago?
Yeah, believe me, I thought about it, and I was
think you
getting.
thought about
I was
it
getting.
every
spo-
day. You
yeah,
came
but
to
I
work
got.
like you were about to quit every day.
Yeah.
like it could have been your last for the past
Yeah.
couple years.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, you're one of those guys that makes this job way harder than it needs to be. Which I
I'm the
do.
easiest guy to work
I
with.
used to do a lot too.
That's-
You're easy to work with, but you stress yourself out so much. You're like always like
I agree with
everything's a
this.
big deal, and it's like this job's so fucking easy, dog. It's the same thing Austin does.
Yeah.
Like, just
disagree.
take a breath, bro.
No,
this
you
thing,
really,
this is,
your brain is working overtime when you work.
Garza, I
and
know
you're-
this is the
you're
first
very
job you've
good
ever
at
had, and the only job you've ever had.
No, but let me. Okay, I see what you're
This
getting
is,
at.
I've worked a lot of jobs.
Came
This
in
is
a
by
door
far
guy,
the
I'm gonna
easiest
go
one.
out a door guy.
By far the easiest job I've ever had.
Right, but let me just talk. When I'm the only one stuck in the showroom and the rest of the guys are out of the room, and I'm the only one stuck there, I can't leave that room. I have OCD.
Hey, yeah, you
hold
can.
on. No, I can't. No, OCD keeps me in that room because I had this fear of some. One time it happened. I don't remember what manager came in and laid into me for being out of the room the one time I was right. Ever since that, I never wanted to be out again. So
Okay.
so when you go out of the room,
That's
we're working
OCD,
the
or that's
OR,
just afraid of authority.
Yeah.
no, because you fixate on
You had to
things.
shake
when you
the
have
manager's
OCD.
hand 6 times or whatever.
Yeah, and then put my shoes on. in a
Yeah, I
specific
put my
order.
shoes on in a specific order.
Left
yeah,
shoe always
one and then
first?
the other.
Double knot. Otherwise, I can't sleep or work.
Sleep or work. Yeah, no, it is. Your brain drove you a little crazier than I think you needed, but I think that's how you. I mean, would you say
Maybe.
you're a
You're a good
tightly wound
employee.
guy? You are. Great
Not
at-
until this place started getting busy. I noticed myself being like you're
It's
explaining.
a lot of people. Like they're on the big nights, 1,000 people would come into this small
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you have 2 shows and
I
then
mean, I
2
get it.
shows,
I used to do it too. I used to stress myself out, but now it's like, man, just whatever.
It's so much better now. It was
Outside, I
super
can't.
stressful
I'm
for
not
a
really
while.
like that. I've never
Yeah.
seen myself like that outside of this place. To be
Uh-huh.
honest, and on those busy nights, yeah. I mean,
Remember when we got ice cream together?
when, where?
So
I don't
no.
remember.
When, where, how, who was there?
When you got
Yeah.
ice cream with Matt, that was the
While
time.
we were working.
When, no, it was recently because it's when I lived in West Hollywood. You came by. Cause you
Oh,
wanted to
yeah,
kill
yeah,
some time.
'cause
We
you were
got
living-
some
I was-
ice cream together.
Yeah, before we started a shift here.
Yeah, that was fun.
was nice.
We should do that again.
It was a nice time.
Where'd you guys get ice cream at?
I think CB Rite Aid.
No, Rite Aid,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
classic.
because it was the thrifty ice cream.
Thrifty.
Oh yeah, that's a good old
Classic.
Yeah. I love ice cream though.
Yeah, me
Don't
too.
you guys?
I
What's
love
your-
all flavors.
What's the best one though?
I don't know, but there's only one I don't like. That's the pistachio flavored ice cream.
Wow.
Oh,
Uncultured.
I like that one.
That's
But
my
every-
stepdad's favorite.
It's top 10 for me.
Really?
Top 10?
There's 10.
More than like chocolate and shit?
No. What?
Top 10?
Pistachio is in the top 10.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, there's like 10 different kinds of.
Oh wait, that is
'Cause
your
there's-
other podcast of ranking stuff. I would say anyway. We're getting into ice cream.
Pistachio's 10 is insane. No.
One of the perks of working here, I do.
Now I'm fucking pissed off.
No, pistachio is quite good.
Bro, there's like Moose Tracks, there's fucking Reese's Peanut Butter Cup stuff, there's like mint chocolate chip. You're
I
gonna
like
put
a mint chocolate.
pistachio in there?
Oh, yeah.
With those? You can hang with the big dogs?
Oh yeah, I do think so. Yeah, I think pistachio.
I don't believe it. Even strawberry is
Pistachio
better than
cracks the top
pistachio.
10. Come on, strawberries in the top 10.
I love strawberry.
Yeah,
Strawberries in the top 10?
Wait, we've just named over 10 flavors, I think.
Superman?
And you've liked all of them, so.
You ever had Superman ice cream?
no.
Blue Moon?
That's a beer.
It's also an ice cream.
You know,
Golden vanilla? That's better than fucking pistachio and strawberry.
huh? I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, you're wrong.
And that's my opinion.
Well, you're wrong.
Thanks. Oh. Dave Waite was on the
Well,
first one with
30.
us, and Tony puts a 30-minute in, and he goes, "Oh, he's put a sign there that says 30 minutes." I got so mad at him, and I was like, "You don't have to do that. Just gloss over it."
It was so
He
funny,
did
though.
it for the hour one too, and I was like, "Just." Yeah, he's great. Who else did? You got any more stories from the? Or I could go into generic questions, but like, I want to hear
just
from
random
like, Mr.
stories
Mr.
from here?
Retirement Man.
Let me think of some good stories.
Yeah,
got,
I mean, I asked you in text and in person, but
Can I, Rene?
Who's your all-time favorite person to work with? No. Who's your all-time? Besides, you can't say yourself.
fuck, marry, kill,
Okay.
Renee.
Who do you
Matt,
think?
Luke.
That's easy. Who do you think is the best employee the store's ever had?
Besides myself.
Besides, you can't say yourself.
Do you think you're the best employee the store has ever had?
Of course
no,
he does.
No.
Of course
No, I
he
think
does.
I think I'm a good employee. I think
Yeah.
I worked hard. I'm a hard worker.
So
I know
who's
I am.
the best?
But the best would be,
Doc's up there.
yeah, Doc. Yeah, Doc for the
Lots-
lot. I'd
lots
probably say
easy.
Doc. I think he takes a lot, definitely.
Yeah,
the
I
best
guess
employee only works one shift. I don't think
per
so.
position.
Versatile.
Randy Bamsch backdoor.
Yeah.
He would just stay there and kind of be funny and go on stage, tell the same 3 jokes every potluck. He was great.
Carlos De Jesus would see.
Oh no.
I'm just trying to think of guys over here.
I
way
just played
back then.
Overwatch with him today.
Carlos, great guy, and like had a problem with I think a manager's authority. We had like a pretty serious meeting one time, and Carlos was like, it was about like, you know, if you just see something, pick it up, you know, just make everyone's life easier, whatever. And he walked like, and then after the meeting, the manager is like sweeping up something, and Carlos just walks by and goes, "You missed something over there." And just like I think he got fired.
Yeah.
Because of that?
I
Yeah,
think
but that's not how
was-
we said it.
He said it
And
was
then
a little
they kind
harsher.
of like started like going back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he got fired.
It was Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Right.
makes sense.
With no subtlety.
right,
It's
no.
good. Who else work in place? You worked with.
Wait,
a
he
bunch
hasn't
of
answered the
guys.
question.
The best employee of all time here would be. You know what? I got it. Here's my answer for that. I think the best employee the
Just say
Comedy
it.
Store has ever had. No, because I'm building up to it. I'm making a thing.
Okay.
Okay. Best employee the Comedy Store has ever had. I'm gonna go with Jen Kane. I think she does a lot.
Oh,
She's
door
filled
guy.
it-
Door
Oh.
guy.
Okay. Wow.
Can't
I
say a
mean,
manager.
That. Hey, good answer though.
But that-
Good answer. I don't disagree. But it is the Doorcast.
He's like,
All right,
that is
I'm-
Juan Carlos.
I'm picking.
Yeah, that's a real answer.
Guam Carlos.
Oh, there you
Guam
go.
Felix.
Guam Felix. There you go.
That's my final answer. He loves his place. He's always here at 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
sleeping in the main room.
Well, after he set the room up and then he takes his nap that he's earned, his siesta.
Do you think we should
His
tell
third
Guam
nap.
that the store provides masks?
Yeah.
he,
So we can take that fucking small-sized sock off his face?
yeah.
Doesn't even fit his mouth?
He has a
You
thing.
think
that
he's ever washed that thing?
He
Well,
has
I mean-
a thing that covers now, like one of those you pull up from your neck.
If
What
you
is
get,
it
if
called?
the
Gator.
listeners listen to the episode that Guam was in, you will. I don't know if you can hear it, but at some point, I contract COVID from Guam in this room.
Damn.
Yeah.
I got it that same night. From
I do have a
him.
sore throat.
Damn.
When he came up to my face, do. But here's the thing.
You know what the crazy part is?
I got it.
Yeah, that's.
Here's the
good.
crazy part.
Damn.
I mean,
Wish I could do with a Guam walk. That's so fun.
yeah.
Just lean
forward.
Lead with your
Take
chest.
big
Yeah,
steps like
yeah.
a fucking gorilla.
You wouldn't guess it, but he was like a crazy good athlete in high school. I've
You're
seen
right, I
pictures
wouldn't
of
have guessed it.
basketball. I've seen basketball. Like he was.
I was
yeah,
like
super
football,
and fit.
maybe.
Yeah, basketball player. He was
Super
really
fit.
good. I've heard stories from
Wait,
people that went
how
to
do you know he was a super good athlete when you've seen pictures of him play
See,
basketball?
okay, yeah, that came out wrong. You're right. That would have been well. The pictures looked
Just-
athletic.
he was an
Yeah.
athlete.
There's a lot of pictures of Matt
Okay, he
playing
was an
basketball.
athlete.
This guy sucks.
I think I've met guys that went to
It's
high
okay,
school with him. I think came in. I've heard him talk about him. Okay, I want to Renee. I'm gonna tell a story about you and Tommy.
Oh God.
Remember, you used to when I was working
This is great. This
back.
is what I want.
Tommy would check people in the OR. That was the shift he always had. So
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he
I
would. He
forgot
would,
that
work,
was
he
the
would work
shit.
OR cover for years and years, and you had to, if you were working OR front, he'd just talk to you all night about.
Right. So
some
you got to
bullshit.
know what he thought about everybody.
Mhm.
He didn't hold back to the guy who was sitting in the room.
No.
And so Renee and I were like, okay, when we go up, tell me what he says. Tell me if he watches. You know, that's what most comics do. Tell me what the talent coordinator thinks.
Yeah.
And remember, Renee, I don't want you to get embarrassed about this because it's ridiculous, but remember the time when I was
We
like,
can't
hey,
cut anything out.
I
There's
don't
no
even
editing
remember.
on that.
So
no, I don't think you're going to care. That's why I'm telling you because we've talked about it before. But at one point during your set, Tommy looks out the window and he goes, "Oh, this is terrible." and I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if he was talking about you or the crowd being difficult to see. Remember that?
I don't remember that, but
Okay.
Can I guess?
definitely the crowd. Let's go with the crowd.
I just thought it was
though.
funny that we're good friends. He sees us together all the time, coming in together, and then
He,
he
yeah.
said if he did say something about you.
100%. He knew that people were telling people. Like he was saying it very loudly.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't. Yeah, he would play like. On an off night, he would play guitar in the closed down main room lobby.
Yeah, I remember
so it
that.
would he goes, the best acoustics in the world. Okay, great. And he would just play his own and kind of like sing, and he like people would walk in and he'd like look at you and keep playing like he wanted to talk, like, hey, here's the music, and you'd kind of have to be like, okay, God, I didn't mean to walk in here. Yeah, get trapped by Tom Pretty.
He had some interesting things to say. He wasn't, he
He
wasn't
also
all
was
bad. He
a
had some.
complete lunatic. Because no, what he told it was there was a comic, a San Diego comic, was
Who?
talking about the booth.
Now you don't
Who?
name people.
No, it was Faraz was talking to him at the booth.
Okay.
Faraz
You remember-
Ozel.
You remember him?
Funny
and
name.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
funny.
I was on the other side, but he was talking to Faraz at the window, and he's like, ABC, NBC, they all want me. They can't do what I do. You're like, yeah, I bet the networks do want you. Yeah, 100% telling the truth.
He would always say, I'm the most talented guy here. If I wanted to do comedy, I would have been great, but I didn't want. I'm a musician.
How did he get hired?
He was
Mitzi.
Mitzi's assistant,
Oh.
and then became her voice.
No, he started out as just like a phone guy, and then she picked him up through there.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And he just moved up.
I
the
guess
ranks.
yeah. Phone guy is not like he just got a random job, and then he ferried her around, chauffeured her around. Did you ever drive up Sandy?
I did.
You
A
drove up
lot.
Sandy and her dogs.
A lot.
I had seniority at the time, so.
It was me and then
Yeah.
Austin.
Austin used to
Austin
do
did
it. That's right.
That's I feel so
I
bad for
forgot
Austin.
about
He did
that,
that for
yeah.
years too.
Austin's been working for a long time too. He
He stayed in La Jolla for a long
he
time.
started right after me in La Jolla, but he stayed there for
Yeah,
longer.
because I remember training him in La Jolla, right before I
Yeah.
moved up here.
He was smart in San Diego because when the new crew came in to take over San Diego, he joined up with us instead of hanging with the old guys and getting ran out.
So he hung with his peer group, is what you're like, instead of his age group rather than his class at the comedy
He's a
store?
little bit older than us, but yeah, rather than his class, yeah, he kind of fell down to us. Smart guy.
Who would you say his class is?
All those fucking losers that are still there, you know.
Oh, still down
Still
there in San Diego.
working
You
or
mean?
just-
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what
Oh.
you're
Those just
saying.
there, you know, the Jeff Bilodeau types and shit like that.
I like Jeff. He's funny.
Does he? I don't even know if he still does it.
Is that?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Does he still do it? I haven't
I have
seen him.
no
I've
idea.
I've been back.
He
there
was
last
here
year,
a
I haven't
little
seen him.
while ago.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
haven't seen him.
We're hit and miss with Garza's vouches, I guess. Who else did you remember who else you got hired here?
Yeah, Abby. Abby Robert
Yeah.
was here right after me, and then Rene came after Abby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And you helped with Abby's thing, or
No,
Did
I
you
didn't know.
vouch-
I didn't know Abby.
who have you vouched for? Do you remember?
Yeah, I know I vouched. Okay, Rene.
And that was in La
And-
Jolla. Did you vouch for me here too?
I don't remember.
I didn't
I don't
actually
know.
transfer. I knew Tommy and I would just come up and talk to him.
Yeah, tell him the story about how you got hired. That was actually kind of funny.
It was well, I was hanging out. I moved up here, and I would just come and hang out. Like,
Yeah, you
during
weren't
the
going to be a
week.
door guy. You just wanted to hang out and be a
no, I
comic.
wanted to be a door guy, but I didn't transfer because you had transferred like right before me.
Yeah.
So you had
and,
already been a door guy. I see.
and
okay,
Ryan
yeah.
was like, "Well, Garza's been working here for like 4 years or whatever. He just transferred. You've only been here like a year, so you need to put like more time." in."
Can I just correct that?
Your story
Uh,
keeps getting added on some
what?
numbers, guys. I think you're.
No, that was
shaving
for if
these-
you. Oh,
you're
I
shaving
was
your
there the
score.
night you asked to move up. I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. Ryan
Great.
was there, and I was moving up, and then Rene, I put in like a 2-week notice or something, and then Rene was saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to move up too. And this was in the lobby, and Ryan goes, you're not ready. That's what he said to you, Rene. And he goes, he's ready. He didn't say, and he pointed to me, and that was the interview. You're like, okay, well, what about the other guys that aren't ready? And that's pretty much the end of the conversation.
Oh, well, I don't remember that exactly,
I-
but I remember later on, I was like, "Hey, I still want to move up there," and he was like, "You got to put more time in." And then I go, "Okay,
Oh.
well, I'm still gonna move there, but even if I don't transfer," and he was like, "Okay." And then I just moved up here and I started valeting, and I would just come hang out up here. And I knew Tommy from when he went down to La Jolla, and I would just talk to him and say, "Hey, I still want to work here sometime in the future." And then one night I was just talking to him, and he talked to me for like 45 minutes about how this is an artist colony, and then I had just, mentioned again, like, hey, I still want to let you know I'm still interested in working. And he was like, yeah, you can work here.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, go tell Adam I said you could work here. And I was like, okay, sweet.
Working in La Jolla, you see a totally different side of the paid regulars because we see them
Yeah.
as like 15-minute people, and then you see them as like hour people, and that's like a very different vibe. I think. Like I went down, I was opening for Ali Wong, and she was not famous yet, and she had been doing.
Do your alley impression.
Here I am telling some jokes. It's not very
Do the
good.
thing you do
on.
with your eyes.
I can't do anything. You mean how I pronounce my eyes?
No.
That's how you
but
get out of that.
She was like she was opening she was the 9:00 opener on like every OR show, and then I opened for her down in La Jolla, and she was doing like okay at opening. She wasn't, but then she went down to La Jolla, and was just a different comic and like a fucking juggernaut. And I was like, holy shit, where's this?
Yeah,
Ali
that's
Wong?
all
And then
you
she,
see.
And then a year later, she got Baby Cobra. And and blew up, but like she really like La Jolla opens them up. Like who was really someone that you always liked, and then you saw up here?
And didn't like once I was up
No,
here?
not
No.
even necessarily. Just like who?
Some of the guys who destroyed down there,
Yeah,
Tripoli, the first time I saw him, just annihilated that room.
every show.
Crushed.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Loyola loves when you say the N-word.
And ask why you can't say it. They say it in all those songs.
Loyola would like that, though. Let's be honest.
I actually did one shift, one of my first shifts. Chris D'Elia came down to headline. Nobody knew who he was. He destroyed as well. John Reap used to destroy. And I remember he didn't get spots up here for a long time until just recently. And I remember when
A long time. Like
Yeah.
he
Why?
I don't know if he was calling in or not. He was just,
maybe he moved.
He
well,
dated
moved,
Adam's
didn't he?
girlfriend or something?
Didn't he
Yeah,
move?
that was such a smart move for our buddy to like date the Booker's ex. and
Kiss
then
her
be
in the
like-
back hallway?
And be like,
What are you doing, bro? You can't come here and do it.
Wait, did that really happen?
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
He's still recovering from that.
Yeah, I think it's lasting effects.
Yeah.
He's having like long COVID version of
Yeah.
that, like his
Yeah.
actions, for sure.
Lose all your spots. He lost the girl before he got the spots back. That's crazy. Anyways,
I want to know the name now. You have to tell me.
We'll tell you
afterwards.
after.
Muslim
that down.
first name, Jewish last name.
It's good
Bingo.
code. Yeah. You have any favorites from La Jolla?
Wait,
Rene?
who's the guy that would come or girl that would come down and you'd be like fuck and you'd be upset because you hated him? Steve
Oh, our
Trevino.
girl.
He would
No,
do
Steve
well.
Trevino was
Did
really
he touch
good
all
to the
your
door
dicks
guys.
and shit? I always heard that he would walk around touching people's dicks and shit.
He's a big like nut tapper or whatever,
Yeah.
sack tapper
I feel like
guy.
that
But he
guy's
also
ass would be over that to me.
He was actually one of the coolest paid regulars that came down to La Jolla because he would take
you
guys
love getting
on
your
your
nuts
road.
touched.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
As far as taking care of door guys,
he's got some
because he would stay afterwards and
some skeletons.
When
in
he
the
make
closet.
when he make people go up and then critique their comedy.
we would do
That's
an
the
open
story I
mic
heard.
every New Year's Eve. He would do New Year's Eve with Argus. Argus would feature. He would close it out, and we would do an open mic. Be the first open mic of the new year, and he would host it.
Would it
So
be on the
we would
first
just-
or would it be on that night?
Yeah, it's past midnight by this time.
Oh no,
so
I mean
first.
like would it be like the night of the first, not the morning of the first?
No, it would have been like 12 midnight,
Oh,
12:30.
okay.
Yeah, so that was cool. It was a tradition for a few years.
Renee, you got any favorites?
Who's your least favorite headliner?
Oh yeah, least favorite. Yeah.
I do have.
Who's an asshole?
Ooh, least favorite would probably
Get the dirt.
what's
baby.
the
Bring
he
your
used to so Tommy used to book him. He did a jingle, and he did a jingle that made him real famous. He's on it's something Christie.
Kevin.
Not
No,
Kevin.
not
I
Kevin
was about to
Christie.
say not Kevin.
No,
Christie, yeah.
I'm drawing a blank.
Rusty Nails.
No,
Remember that guy? You remember that guy? Was he?
No.
I think he was a San Diego guy.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
do.
isn't that a drink?
Maybe, but there's a guy named Rusty
No, I
Nails. He
remember
used to
that
play
guy.
the guitar.
Yeah,
is it?
I think I saw him once.
Yeah, he was tight.
I can't remember the name.
I'm personally a Dat fanatic. So you have any Dat fan love?
Oh, who's the
I
guy?
never saw him in La Jolla,
Really?
but I
Be-
saw him other places.
Did you know he was a door guy down there, and then he got Last Comic Standing because that was what
He
the
won
talk.
the first Last Comic Standing, right?
Yeah, and he was a door guy at that time. I guess that's what they told me when I
Damn.
started.
Wow.
Can I tell a funny La Jolla story?
Yeah, go.
There's a guy, I don't remember his name, a Mexican dude. He was a bringer. Everyone hated him. He's like he put on bringer shows. There.
Yeah,
And if you guys remember Mike Ula,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened to him?
very funny comic. He's just still him.
He's funny.
he's really good, but never wanted to do it. He just
Yeah.
liked his day job.
Yeah,
Damn.
and his family.
Does he do comedy still? I've met him, but I don't.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, so Mike Ula starts messaging. I think it was Mike. Starts messaging this guy on like Facebook under like a fake girl name
Oh.
thing or whatever, and was like, "Hey, I really want to come to your show. It's my birthday. Blah blah." Like built this whole long thing up where he's like, can you reserve me like 25 seats?
Oh, that's
Well, I'll buy tickets at the door. Blah blah blah. It's my birthday. It's a big celebration. I love your stand up. Whatever. So they reserved 25 like front row,
Yeah.
like the
Prime-
first table.
prime time. Yeah.
And this guy, I wish I could remember his fucking name. It was like Richard or something. I don't remember.
Richard Villa or something like that. That sounds
That
familiar.
guy's
I
up
can't.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where that name came from.
Well,
Maybe
this
your
guy-
head because it is a guy. But this guy like bought them a birthday cake and everything and had it all set up and then did the show and then obviously nobody showed up because it was all fake.
Wow.
So
Wait,
funny.
Ula put in a fake request?
Yeah.
Oh, it
Isn't
doesn't
that
sound
what,
like
like-
him.
That
Jeez.
doesn't, but that's
Oh,
hilarious.
someone does
Wow.
that to Bobcat Goldthwait as like a because
Oh, word?
he's now I think it's like Dennis Leary or something like that does that to him, and I think 50 Cent did
50
that.
Cent did it to Ja Rule.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
So tight.
yeah. And there was one time that we were working in the main room, and there was like a huge party of 60 or whatever, and we were like, Dane Cook did this, but we
yeah.
had no proof that.
Yeah. And nobody showed up.
Mm-hmm. Dane Cook's still not a paid regular because we are so far removed from.
He'll never be, right? That's
Yeah,
what
but
you're
like we're so petty that it's institutional like knowledge that he's just like not a paid regular. He's a Laugh Factory comic
Why do you think that is?
because he never wanted to perform here and he was a Laugh Factory guy. I don't know, and I don't think he was shown love by all the bullies that came before us. We were bullied. I think we still bully,
Yeah,
but
not quite
I think
as
it was
bad. I don't think.
Do you have any like bullying stories from the old like pick up this shit? I mean, I've had to clean up like puke of other door guys.
I saw. Oh, I got one time. David Taylor was talking to some girl in the hallway.
Yeah, looming over her.
And
Yeah,
she,
why he no longer
and
hangs
she,
out here.
She was just.
He's a 6'5" skinny
he
creep.
he was talking to some girl. She stopped. She saw him on stage or something. She was talking to him in the back hallway, and then she had she was drunk, right? And she was just, for whatever reason, she didn't like what he said. I don't remember what he said, and she she took the glass and threw it on the ground to shatter it because she was pissed at him.
Damn.
And then it all went towards me, and then of course, being the guy at the back door, I had to pick it up. So I was like, great, he pisses her off, she breaks it, I'll pick it up. Stuff like that, and it was just knowing, oh yeah, door guy does it.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't do the sign. and like we
Fat
don't
asses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Matt would, to his credit, was over the weight limit. Would still do the sign
Nice.
over the weight limit of the ladder, and would go like, I'm
I would do it for people that weigh less than me.
right. Yeah, that's
Who was it
I
that
think there
claimed?
was a night I was the only one
There's a
working.
bunch
There
of
was like
people that
10 door guys, and
I
like
don't think Guam.
all of them were over the weight limit.
Do it.
Yeah, it was like
Guam,
Guam, Mitch.
Jess,
Mitch,
It was like,
Jess.
Mitch, Dave.
and they're like, Rene, you gotta go do
Dylan.
it.
Yeah, right.
But there used to be a different
Carmen.
ladder
No,
that
Carmen would
wasn't
do it.
very stable,
Oh, yeah.
and there was no guy to spot you on the ladder.
Oh yeah. Well, we
When-
did have a very stable ladder. It
And
was
then-
amazing that just Alex Phillips left
Left it out and got
and
stolen.
it got stolen
Yeah.
because it's a big ladder.
But
on
that's when
Sunset
we got a
Boulevard,
real
like-
cheap one that was real flimsy.
Yeah, that we have to this day.
Oh, is
I
that the
think.
same one? No, I don't know.
Maybe
This one
not.
was really bad. We could
No,
have
they
Oh,
just,
no.
Now that we don't do the sign anymore, they bought a new one.
Yeah, that makes
Are you
sense.
serious?
That's not a joke, yeah. Now that we don't change the marquee every night, they bought a brand new ladder.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And that is the Comedy Store.
That is so. Yeah, that is very much the Comedy Store where we have like too little, too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me to walk in the main room entrance and there's like tiles missing on the floor. It's like, can we just fix this? It's probably what, like $10? I'll fucking pay for it. It looks so trashy.
Well, Richie's got a guy for it. Don't worry.
The curtain's broken in the OR. How
He
long
has
do
to
you
give
think
the guy a box of steaks, and then he'll come with the tiles. Yeah. Steven, I'm gonna miss you as a door guy, Mr. Steven Garza, man.
In a way, I
Yeah,
do.
who's gonna stress us out now?
Austin, but
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I left you in good hands.
yeah,
He's better at being stressed out than you are.
yeah, he is. He is more stressed than you.
I will tell you
better or
that.
worse.
Well, worse.
Well, he
but
has a chemical help.
he gets
but-
more stressed.
Yeah.
Chemical help, hilarious.
It's weird. It's weird like coming here and not being a door guy. It's a different feeling. You
Do
know
you,
what I mean?
do you have to
just-
stop yourself from cleaning shit up?
Yeah. The other night I was directing people to the bathroom. Like, wait a second, I'm not working.
I do that
don't
at
have my
other
shirt."
comedy clubs. I do it
Yeah.
like everywhere I go. You're looking for.
I see someone pull out a phone. I'm like, oh, never mind. It's fine to have
No
that, I
photo,
guess.
no video. It's just
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
taking a selfie on the
Yeah.
street. Yeah, that's good.
I don't think
Um,
that ever goes away.
Do you have any closing thoughts as door guy, as Comedy Store retirement? No pressure, but this is a bunch of people listen.
Can
How
you
many
come-
people listen to this?
Like a couple billion,
No
million.
way. I bet it's not over
Wait.
20. How many episodes?
It hasn't come out yet.
When is it going to
We're-
come
We're
out?
banking a few. It's gonna be good. Steven.
Why? Why are you banking any?
Well, we had COVID.
We're going to go on vacation or something?
This is what I will say about being a door guy. I think it is a good opportunity for a lot of comics. So if anybody's thinking about being a door guy, even if it's at a random club, because you're around comedy all the time, it's just something that you don't want to stick around too long. Looking back on it, it's worth
So
Hold on.
15 years is the cutoff.
13.
Okay.
So yeah, but the thing is I knew this was the only spot place that was giving me spots. So I'm like, why am I going to quit here? I'm not getting spots at the Law Factory or
The
Improv.
Law
So I-
Factory.
Yeah,
I
what
just
are you,
said- I said it
British?
Law Factory, the Improv.
All right, we're not allowed to mess up a word. The Law
You're
Factory.
allowed to, but we're
Mess
going to
up a
mock you for
word.
it. Have we messed up words today?
Yeah, and we've been mocked for it.
Yes. And we've been mocked.
Yeah, but I take it personally. You know that about me.
That's true.
That's what you say about being uptight. That's just me being
uptight.
You know what would be
Uh,
super
sensitive.
You know what would be super entertaining? Seeing a roast battle with Steven against Austin.
No, there's
That'd
no
be
way I'd
great.
want to fight. I couldn't do it.
So it's nice to hang out.
We're
It's
not
nice
going to be
work
doing
in
that,
comedy.
Denise.
You son
Overall positive on your time here. I mean, it's a net positive. You got a good.
Yeah, I think I wish there were. Now I think there's more of a system in place as far as you put in your time. Eventually, something will happen, and that's how it was when you first came up with Tommy.
Mhm.
There was a system where door guys eventually he put you there to have you passed, and I don't think that was the case for a while. And now I think it's coming back, which I think is better.
Yeah. A lot of people say that the first year working here is the hardest, but I'd have to say it's the last.
Yeah, it's the last. You covered your own mic. No, don't lift. That's my mic. That's mine.
Dude, people always say that I look like a guy who gets his foot stuck in buckets.
Steven, where can people find you online? That's Matt's joke. That's too. That's fine for the
at,
listener.
at Steven Garza joke.
On
I couldn't fit the S, so it was just joke.
on Twitter and Instagram
Instagram, Twitter.
Because you only have
TikTok.
one.
and TikTok. Great.
We're not going to be doing
You
that,
just did
Denise.
two of them
I
for
know.
me.
That joke doesn't work anymore.
And you're now. Are you syndicated in that cartoon magazine?
No,
What?
just published, not syndicated.
strip.
I'm working on the syndication right now, but
Good.
I am published.
That's
What?
cool.
You write a comic strip?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have a
he
comic
writes a
strip. You
comic
can follow that. That's at Fretbuzz Cartoon, and I've published in Cartoons Magazine. I think I will be again this coming out in February, their new issue.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Cartoons Magazine.
Rene, thanks for
Luke.
being on the podcast. Where can
He didn't even say
You're
anything the whole
welcome.
time.
He did fine.
Oh.
Where can people find you?
At Rene.Lancaster. Rene with one E, R-E-N-E. Well, two, technically. One at the end. One at the end. Because a lot of people spell it with two at the end.
Yeah,
It's
women.
one at the end.
one
Yeah.
N, two E's.
Rene Joaquin Persona Lancaster.
Oh, he knows my full legal name.
Yes, I do. Luke.
It's creepy.
David Schwartz.
Oh wow, jeez, that is.
Steven. I don't know your middle
Yeah,
name.
I'll say you won't know it.
I won't?
No, I know we've never talked about it, so.
Yeah, why haven't
thinking
we?
about
I
going
like
by-
knowing people's middle names.
I think I should do the
What's your
three-name
middle name?
comic. Kyle.
No.
No.
Coming to the
Steven
stage.
Kyle Garza?
Steven, hold on, but do
What's
it.
Matt?
Bro,
Coming
that
to the
sounds
stage.
so
I say,
old
please
school,
welcome
though.
your next comic, Stephen Kyle Garza.
Steven
Yeah, that doesn't
Garza.
sound very
I don't
good.
know, yeah.
All right, I just wanted to hear it.
No, Stephen Kyle Ray.
That's good.
Stephen Kyle Irby.
But Kyle's not a middle name, though.
No, Kyle's not a
That's
great.
crazy
Not
to
a,
me.
not,
Okay.
it's a fine.
What are
middle
your
name, but not for
parents?
the stage. Matt Lockwood
Kyle is a middle name?
obviously has two
That's
podcasts.
Kyle Ray's
'cause
middle name.
He's good at talking.
Kyle Ray is his middle name.
What's
your middle name?
Daddy. I'm thinking about legally changing it. But there's a lot of paperwork, so maybe when I'm rich. But
I think when you're married, it's when you get married, you can pretty easily change your name at that. So if you want to do
gotta
it,
get
if someone
married.
needs a green card,
gay married?
that's I think still marriage.
Chuck
yes.
and Larry.
Yes, I pronounce you
My middle name is Warren, after my grandpa.
after peace.
I was going to say it's probably something really old.
Yeah,
It
Matthew
is.
Warren Lockwood.
Wow.
That's not bad.
But I go by Matthew Daddy Lockwood.
Yeah.
Daddy Warren?
No,
Warren
I
G?
think it's like Matt Daddy, not Matthew Daddy. Matthew Father Lockwood, Matt
Matthew
Daddy.
Father,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where can people find all your podcasts and all your everything?
Oh, just my Instagram. Actually, yeah, just my Instagram, Matt Daddy Lockwood, at Matt Daddy Lockwood with one E.
Are you still? You're not Fart Daddy 69 anymore.
Fart Daddy 69 is my
Twitter?
Was my Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
But fuck Twitter. Get off Twitter. If you want your life to improve, get off Twitter.
And the Big
Yeah,
Humble.
I don't like Twitter.
The Big Humble on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and
Definitive rankings of everything.
yeah, that's all. That's moving to the Big Humble's YouTube page, so you can see
That's
it there.
good. That's smart.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Listen, we're coming up. Garza got passed. I got
Yeah.
Luida.
And I'm Luke Schwartz. You can find me at Luke Does Stuff on Twitter because I still
Wasn't
there
he?
ruining my life. Yeah, Matt. What a sign off for Matt.
I actually
so
said-
smooth and too. He's
I said
scattered his
Law
way to the bottom.
Factory.
The Law No,
That
yeah.
was way worse.
Scat Daddy Lockwood, baby.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.